They call me Mr. Rollin', 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 rollin' up. Mr. Rollin', 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 rollin'.
What up, y'all? Mr. Roll It Up here with a quick little video. And I thought I would kind of show you guys, I guess, the current position that I'm in, which is trying to decide what music distributor I would like to work with when it comes to actually putting out my music and posting it online so that, people could find it on iTunes or Spotify or wherever. But also so that I can ensure that I properly get paid for my streams and any downloads that I might get. So what I pulled up really quickly, and I could probably actually drag over some of these other, like I'll bring over Ari's take, for example. So like this is, for example, one of the articles, the resources I've been heavily dependent on, because Ari actually made an effort to kind of compile this list with all of the distributors out there. And he actually made a graph. Now, the only problem with this is that it's actually old. It's a few years old, so there's quite a few changes and improvements that have been made to many of these providers. Here it is right here. So I'm actually kind of thinking about creating my own little graph to help other artists that are looking for, the best solution for their particular needs. Because, most people these days are just going to Distrokid just because that's kind of has the most attention. It's the easiest, I think. But I don't think it necessarily makes the most sense, at least for my particular needs. So that's kind of where we're at, which is the matter of figuring out, which product makes the most sense for me. Let's actually rearrange this light so y'all can see what I'm working with right now. So yeah, for this episode of Blunt Talk, my third episode of Blunt Talk, we're going to talk about digital distribution providers for your music. Because I had a few people question me and say, do you actually make music? You really release some music? I'm not I don't want to say I'm a professional. Never, y'all won't hear anything else that I've released before. And I'm teaching myself to, mix, master, record, produce, to do everything. I've written for years. To give you guys a little, background, I've written for years, and I have songs that I made, 10 years ago, 15 years ago, 20 years ago, way back when I was a little lad. But none of those songs are relevant today to what I'm currently doing, my cannabis mission, and my love for cannabis. So, that's all past tense. But in terms of where we're currently at today, I actually do have a few songs that I've pretty much completed. And they are almost good to go or are good to go. Like I just finished up a song yesterday that I finished mastering and mixing and stuff to the best of my abilities. Now that's one of the other things I have on my music to-do list that you might see up here is getting better with just watching some more mixing and mastering tutorial videos. And I probably, I think Tunecore has a solution, an option where it's down here at the right, where they allow you to kind of work with your audience and have them kind of help give you feedback about which one is the best song. So things like that draw me to, a product like Tunecore, for example. Something about like CD Baby I love is the fact that once your music is up there, it's up there. It's good. You don't have to worry about anything. So a lot of people don't think about these things, but if you had a freak accident and, you lost your life, all of your music is going to be taken down from most of these platforms within, in a year or within a year, once your subscription, your yearly subscription is up and you don't pay that reoccurring fee, they're going to pull all your music down. So for me, this is a really important factor. CD Baby does provide that option to give you, like the lifetime distribution of your music. So once it's up there, it's up there. You don't have to worry about it being removed or anything of the sort. That draws me to CD Baby. Distrokid does now offer a legacy add-on that you can purchase that will allow you to keep your music up there forever. But that's an additional fee. So, a lot of this is looking at the different features that they offer and provide, and kind of seeing which ones align with what you actually need in your interests. Now, based on the research that I've done, and I don't know if that other, let's see what happens. I'll come to Google. And so here's actually another review that I came across that ended up saying Tunecore made the most sense overall. Now, again, for example, this particular post doesn't even have a date, so I don't know how outdated this is, if this is old or not. But where I'm basically, after watching a number of videos and reading a lot of these different reviews, I'm pretty much stuck between CD Baby, Tunecore, and actually a company. I think he might have it on this list. No, he won't have it on this list, but I think he has it on this one. Chorus Music. Yeah. Most people don't know about them. They're based in the UK. And again, most people aren't familiar with them. I actually just sent them an email yesterday. We exchanged emails a while back, and I sent them an email yesterday with a few questions because their website doesn't have a lot of the information that you would want to know. I think they do it strategically because they don't want you to know about additional fees and things, but I could be wrong. So hence, that's why I sent them an email. I want to get some clarity there and find out, if they have things. Let's go to the email. That's a lot. All right, so she hasn't responded to me yet. So it was yesterday. I would expect them to get back to me by the end of today. I thought since they're based in the UK, when I woke up, there would probably be a response from them. But because I did ask quite a few questions, about just, what other add-ons they offer. They have Shazam capabilities, social media, monetization options. If there's any changes that I can make to a song once it's been posted. There's a number of different important things to consider when making that decision. And really, once I put my music out there, I want to stick with this provider. Now, again, when I was doing my research, what I'm kind of thinking makes the most sense is to potentially start with CD Baby. And if things go well, then I'll move to Tunecore. If they don't go well, then I'll stay on CD Baby. That's kind of what I'm thinking, because CD Baby, again, doesn't have a recurring fee. So once my music is up there, it's up there. I don't have to worry about anything. But they do take a small percentage of your royalties. Again, I think this graph is kind of old and hasn't been updated. So there are some changes that probably can be made to this graph. But I'm going to click on this. Yeah, here we go. So try that. Come over here. So we can see right here, commission. CD Baby's this third row. And they actually get 9%. So, like I said, they're going to always get 9% of your earnings. So if you make $1,000, they're taking 9% of that $1,000. If you make $100,000, again, they're taking 9% of that $100,000. Now, this row right here is the commission row. Tunecore is all the way down at the end. So if I scroll all the way down at the end, we'll see that Tunecore actually takes 0%. So, now they do have a small fee, but here we go. But again, they're only taking 0%, whereas CD Baby takes 9%. But once your music is up there, it's up there, so you don't have to pay on a recurring fee. That is the a major differential component for people to decide on. Because again, if you get a lot of money, if one of your songs happen to hit, and you have that 9% being taken out compared to 0, it's a big difference. So that's really where I'm at, and you have to go into it thinking or believing or feeling like your music, at least if you're serious about it. And it's like, I'm having fun with this, but at the same time, I'm a little serious about it. And I do, feel like I wouldn't be surprised if 1 or 2 or 3 of my songs end up getting some attention, blowing up, and I end up making some money off of them. So that's where my logic is, and why I'm kind of stuck on who to actually move forward with when it comes to distributing my music. If I come over here, this site, they do jump into a little of some of the benefits to each of the different providers. And like I said, Tunecore, it doesn't take any commission. You get to keep 100% of your royalties. And their reports are some of the best around, allowing you to get a really good insight into how well your music is doing. So I'm big into analytics and being able to see and track, where I'm getting engagement, where my viewers are coming from, and things like that. These are important things to me. That will only help me fine-tune how I want to promote and target and push my music in the future. Because if I know, hey, my music's doing really well in the West Coast of California or in states where cannabis happens to be legalized, then I'm going to just target those states for now. Right? It only makes sense because I know, based on the analytics and the reports, where my audience is. So I'm going to continue to target those areas. When first looking at prices, you may think it's comparatively high to others, but with all the add-ons that other services charge you, Tunecore includes for free. This is exactly what I was talking about. There's a lot of additional features and things that you have to purchase to actually get your music out there, your barcode, things like that. And some providers provide these things for free, some do not. And again, I just, I'm not trying to drop a fortune, but at the same time, if there are additional features that are part of it and I don't have to pay extra, then it might just be worth it. I also like how they have with their music publishing, you can submit to unlimited TV shows, films, and video games for $75 one-time fee. Now, I don't know if that's $75 that gives you access where you can push all your music there, or if it's $75 per song. I'm assuming it's going to be to give you access to it for all your songs, but I could be wrong. Now, other providers might have a similar feature, and it might be free, it might be more expensive, it might be less, it might be by the song. So again, there's a lot of differences, different features that each provider offers. Distrokid is what everyone knows about. They had been offering, like paying their users to promote and push them out. So Distrokid made a huge push, I feel like, over the past year or two. The biggest thing to them is the fact that you get access to pushing out unlimited number of music with 0 commission that you have to pay. And then they also have that Leave Your Legacy add-on that you can purchase for each song or album. So if something happens to you, again, if you have access to that, if you pay for that, then you'll be able to assure that your music is going to stay up there forever. Don't have to worry about it being pulled down. I like that. I'm a fan. And then really quickly, CD Baby has been around the longest, since 1998. They have no annual fees, meaning you just pay once and your music is up forever. Exactly. You don't have to pay an additional fee like Distrokid has the Leave a Legacy. You have to pay for that Leave a Legacy. No, with CD Baby, it's part of their initial fee. They can also offer physical distribution for your music if you want to go in that direction. However, they do charge 9% commission for music streaming. And then this was the other thing. They charge 30% for YouTube distribution. Now, I can't remember if YouTube distribution, if they also charge for YouTube distribution, or if it's only them collecting a percentage. All right, so here we go right here. Now this might be old, so this is why I was saying it's important to make sure, these are updated and you're looking at information that's relevant to, today, 2020. But YouTube monetization, you have to opt in under CD Baby. And then they also take 30%. If we scroll all the way down, and we look at Tunecore, you have to opt in, and they say it's a $10 one-time fee. And then they will collect 20% of it. So in the long run, this seems like it's more, if you got a song that's going to be up there for forever, and who knows, it might generate more views and hits and attention in 5 years from now or 2 years from now. You don't really know, but the point is, once you get in, you pay that $10 one-time fee. Then moving forward, they're only going to take 20% of those earnings compared to CD Baby. They're going to take 30%. So again, this is what I mean. There's so many different things to consider when moving forward with either CD Baby or Tunecore. We come back over here to Ari's take. I do like how he actually has a little more in-depth information. Now, again, this is a little outdated, so a lot of this might not still be relevant. But it's still good to come here and look and see and have this list. And that's why I was saying I might even just kind of compile my own list based off of my research and help others that are looking to try to find the best digital distributor for their music. But one thing I liked, I like how, I don't know if this is still true, but Tunecore's admin publishing company prevents you from working with a sync licensing agency to get your music in TV commercials and films. That might be a deal breaker. Now, again, this is only their publishing agency. This isn't the actual distribution. I don't believe you have to go through the same company for any of these. So CD Baby also offers admin publishing. Same thing. I don't think you have to go through them for admin publishing. I think it's just a nice add-on, a nice feature to know that, hey, you're already working with this company. You might as well keep, these other elements of your business in-house with them because you're already there, right? Makes sense. And if we scroll up and look for CD Baby, one of the things that I liked about CD Baby in particular is how it says right here, one of the few companies to collect your sound exchange, sound recording copyright owner royalties for you. It's a massive process and headache to sign up as a rights owner and fill out their catalog spreadsheet. CD Baby covers this for you. You still have to sign up as a performer on your own with sound exchange, but this cuts a lot of the hassle down. Now for me, I actually already signed up for sound exchange. So to their point, you still have to sign up with it. Fine, I'm signed up. I'm good to go. So now, if I do move forward with CD Baby and I use, and I decide to use them for my music, I'll be able to streamline, speed up the process of getting my music out there and making sure I properly get paid with things like this, where they're gonna make sure my music is added to Sound Exchange, and that they're actually collecting my money, my royalties. This is huge. Again, not everyone will really care. Other people will say, well, for the price difference, I can just go and do that myself. That's time that you're spending to do these things. So to know that someone else would do it for you I like it. Again, that's another benefit or add-on that interests me as to why I want to move forward with CD Baby. But also the fact that they've been around the longest, I think one of the longest, if not the longest. And, they've always kind of had this this vibe, this undertone, an image, branding in the sense that they are really there for the musicians, for the people. I think the thing that a lot of people need to consider and think about is, if you have two different service providers, you have one provider that's actually making you pay on an ongoing basis, and you have someone that's saying just pay one time and that's it. to me, the ongoing basis generally means that they are more connected with you and that they're going to make more of an effort to keep your music out there and relevant and getting attention and streams because, you know, but they win from that, you know, that by you making that ongoing commitment to them, they actually are kind of saying, hey, I'm committed to you as well. You know, I want to see you succeed because those people that have that ongoing subscription are the ones that usually are going to have a commission. So they're going to take a commission. So, you know, again, using Ari's take, we look at CD Baby right here. Commission, they take 9%. Distribution fee, you have to pay, you know, one of these. I think this is actually $29 now. No yearly fee. We go all the way down and we see there are fees that Tunecore has, but they don't take any commission. So, you know, it's like I said, it's kind of a trade-off. But as I think about it, if there's someone that's saying, hey, you know, we make money whenever you make money, to me, that's kind of like them saying, hey, like, you know, we want you to succeed because if you succeed, we succeed. Whereas the other one is kind of like, just pay us, whatever happens, happens. We don't really care because we're getting our money. We got our money either way. You know, but again, it's that difference of paying on an ongoing basis. If something happens to you, what happens to your music? Whereas, oh, your music is up there. Once it's up there, it's out there. You don't have to worry about it ever coming down. However, a small percentage will always be deducted and given to CD Baby because, you know, of that extra work that they made to make sure your music stays up there. Now, I don't even think it's extra work. That's the thing about all these. I feel like it's a business and they're just like, oh, you know, we're going to charge you an ongoing fee to make sure your music stays up there and stuff. But it's like, yo, once it's up there, it should be up there. No company should be removing it, pulling it down or anything. So, you know, it's kind of like, I'm not the biggest fan of that business model, and it makes me, again, lean towards these other companies like CD Baby. So that's kind of where I'm at right now. I'm thinking CD Baby, but, you know, what I'm gonna do is I want you guys to make sure, you know, you might be watching this on YouTube, you might be watching this on Facebook, but what I'm gonna do is add this video to my website, mrrollitup.com. Go to videos, and this will be, you know, I think probably episode 3 of Blunt Talk with Mr. Roll It Up, and I'm gonna make sure I add a poll or an interactive quiz right here inside the video. So if you think you know what, you know, solution, what distributor might make the most sense for me, if you have an opinion, or if you just want to share who you currently are using, comment, you know. So I'm gonna add a little poll over here, and you guys can interact with it. Just click it, let me know, give me some feedback, because I'm trying to make the best decision for me, and I don't intend on releasing a lot of music. You know, right now, I think the approach I'm going to do is release about an EP, 6 songs that I've already pretty much completed. And, you know, I was thinking just 1 song a month, but now I'm thinking, let's just put out those 6 EPs, and then maybe from there I'll just release 1 song a month. So I'm kind of thinking I'm going to roll with CD Baby for this first EP. If it goes well, I might move it to Tunecore because then they take less percentage. If it doesn't go well, then I'll just leave it on CD Baby. And then moving forward, if I want to just release singles, I might jump on a Distrokid and just release my singles on Distrokid. Now, you don't have to have one. You can use multiple, but you could only use, you know, each provider for 1 song or album. So you can't have the same song or album on multiple distributors. So I'm kind of thinking that approach, you know, Distrokid for all my one-offs that I'm going to have if I just want to start to release stuff on an ongoing basis. But otherwise, I'm thinking CD Baby to start it off. If it doesn't go, if it goes well, then I'll move them over to Tunecore. If it doesn't go well, I'll leave them on CD Baby. But I like the other thing I like about CD Baby is that, you know, again, I feel like they have a lot of DIY kind of artists, instructional tutorials and helpful, you know, content that's going to actually help me with getting prepared to put my music out, getting more hits and views, making the best music I can make, and so on and so on. So again, I'm kind of really leaning towards CD Baby to start things off. And if they go well, I'll move them over to TuneCore. If it doesn't go well, it's going to stay on CD Baby. It's there forever. I don't have to pay anything, and we're good to go. So that's what I'm thinking. Would love to hear what you guys think. You know, who do you use for your digital distributor? You know, like I said, I'll add a quiz over here. It might be down by now, but click on it, interact with it. Let me know what you guys think. Give me some feedback. Also, feel free to subscribe to the YouTube channel, as well as the Mr. Roll It Up newsletter on MrRollItUp.com, so that you can stay informed and up to date on, you know, all these blunt talk videos. When I drop some more Mr. Roll It Up how to roll a blunt tutorial videos, as well as deals on some new fresh gear. So yeah, there y'all have it. Hopefully you're having a great start to your week. Or what's today? Today's Wednesday. It's like 7 in the morning. So let's get it, y'all. You know, we're keeping it moving over here. We grinding. Yeah. All right, I'm out.
Mr. Yeah. They call me Mr. Rollin', 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 roll it up. Mr. Rollin', 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 roll it up. Mr. Rollin', 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 roll it up. Mr. Rollin' up, Mr. Rollin' up. Mr. Rollin', 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 roll it up. Mr. Rollin'.